Top four of the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga is being
Yes.
so interesting. And we wanted to give you just glimpses of what we're thinking of expectations for next season. But don't forget to tell us yours in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like this video for more predictions. More predictions just like this. So top four of the
All right.
Bundesliga, Breton. I think,
Yeah.
look, I think we'll have this team, both of us. But it's just how bold do we have them?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're knowing if you know to whom I'm referring to, but will I start with the fourth?
Well, how about I start with a fourth because
Okay.
it's my most controversial pick.
Oh,
You ready?
I'm feeling the same, mate.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, my fourth place right now is actually Borussia Dortmund.
Mate, you're putting Leverkusen third.
I'm putting Leverkusen second.
Oh, I'm with you
Yeah.
with Leipzig and Leverkusen second and third
Yeah.
to Dortmund fourth. Look, this is
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
saying
really?
everything from the start. This is the
Wow.
predictions videos that you guys deserve. We're saying what you
You have
need to know. wait. So
You have Dortmund fourth? You
I
have
have-
Dortmund fourth.
I have Dortmund third. I have Dortmund third.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I just
okay.
wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I like Sebastian Haller is going to score a lot of goals this year. I don't think we can. I don't think we're going to argue that. It's just whether or not he gets injured or goes from there. It really comes down for Dortmund to do what they did again last season amidst a very vulnerable looking Bayern Munich. Have it slip away. It comes down to whether or not there's strength to Daniel Malen, to Karim Adeyemi, to Yusufa Moukoko, who we haven't really seen take a big step up since being kind of melded into this 11 or this 18, I should say. But like, come on, Jude Bellingham leaves and they bring in Marcel Sabitzer. Okay, Rafael Guerrero leaves and they bring in Ben Sebaini, which these are okay, good Bundesliga signings, right? For sure. But it's not like what we have grown used to
No, I
from the
agree.
Dortmund always scouting the next thing up. I don't know if this is a sea change that's happening. I don't know if the loss of Jude Bellingham hurts them
It does.
just mentally too because of how big he was in that squad, which we're seeing now considering how quickly he's become one of the best players on Real Madrid. But it is something that I'm bummed about, and it is something that I think is more of an uncertainty than it is a certainty moving forward for Dortmund. They're getting away from their strengths, and I'd like to see them get back to that, which is talent identification and giving chances to young players, some of the best young players in the world. So fourth place it is until they prove to me that they are back to that.
I don't want to be. I think you went very well with some of these points. I like Terzic, but I agree with you. The signings that they did, I had higher expectations too. They let go of Jude Bellingham, and now the midfield is Emre Can, which is the captain, with Sabitzer. And in front of him, you have Malen, Reus, and then you have Sebastian Haller to forwards and Julian Brandt at the left wing. Is this a team to beat Bayern Munich? No. Is this a team to beat Leverkusen and Leipzig? Maybe. And the
Potentially.
fact that it's a maybe is bad for Dortmund. I'm here with the third and the fourth. Switched. I don't really want to say that they're going to be finishing third or fifth. But since you went with Dortmund going fourth, I'll go with them third. And the team I believe that will be finishing fourth is Bayer Leverkusen. I think they're going to be much better than last season, at the beginning of last season. And why? Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso has extended 2 years with this Leverkusen team. Xabi Alonso has convinced Grimaldo to come. He signed Boniface, that Boniface is going to be one of the best strikers in the Bundesliga. Everything has been doing with this team. He's improved Leverkusen. So I totally believe they'll be getting to Champions League football with this team. And once again, I'll state this big time. Leverkusen has a top 10 duos. Leverkusen has a top 10 duo of fullbacks for a 3 center-back system with Jeremy Frimpong that is mad that he's still at Leverkusen, and now Grimaldo that they've signed from Benfica. He was 7 years at Benfica. So he's now with Xabi Alonso at Leverkusen. Very changed team. Palacios, Xhaka, Florian Wirtz. A full season of Florian Wirtz, people, is a player to go to Man City next season, no doubt, and convinced. Because in a short period of time that he played last season, he had 1 goal and 6 assists. I can guarantee you he'll have triple the assists and 20 times the goals, maybe. If it goes right. Imagine 20 goals. That would be mad. But 10 goals, I believe he can get to that. Okay? So just the goal involvements, he's going to triple them. I just wanted to say it like that.
But you think if Leipzig is your second, you think that Leverkusen and Leipzig are still very, very close in the table.
Very close.
Second, third, and fourth. So
I think it's going to be the first is going to be very first, and the second, third, and fourth will be fighting between each other. Yes.
Well, I'm with you. And I think, obviously, you have to consider Leipzig has already been rated for their best players, and they're playing catch-up. They can't spend their money fast enough, and they haven't found a way to do so just yet. Luckily, they got ahead of it, but those players are going to take time. I think it's the same thing with Leverkusen. I think maybe in the winter window, you're going to see some of these. I mean, nobody has stopped looking at Frimpong. Let's just get that out there, because Frimpong is definitely seen as somebody that could slot in right away for a lot of teams that are considered stronger than Leverkusen. I think the big thing for me and why I've got Leverkusen in second is they need guys like Granit Xhaka and Jonas Hoffmann, the veteran presence that they brought in to kind of not babysit, but definitely be the glue, the Bundesliga glue to the rest of these young guys. I really think that is going to pay dividends, especially with a guy like Xabi Alonso at the helm. And I think over time, you're going to see Leverkusen be one of the more dynamic and one of the more exciting teams in the Bundesliga, but it's also going to translate to more wins.
I agree.
That's why I've got them second and Leipzig kind of hanging on in third/fourth.
And going with what you said too, Boniface, no joke, could be the second best striker in the Bundesliga behind Kane if it goes right for him this season. The finishing, the technique, the power of Boniface is just different. This is a player that Leverkusen could be selling for like 80 to 100 million in today's market. In today's market, he's still young, Breton. If we see those Osimhen numbers, I wouldn't be shocked for one day Boniface numbers, okay? Because that game against Leipzig, he was incredible. Okay, 3-2. But, okay, I said Dortmund fourth, Leverkusen third. I go second Leipzig, though. I believe this Leipzig team is different in structure, and now they're just looking much better. I see a lot of new references in this club. I know Gvardiol and Nkunku, Szoboszlai have all left, but I think Dani Olmo will stay. I think Seiwald, great signing, will be very important. Simakan, very important center back too. They've signed Lukeba, and then you have Xavi Simons, Fabio Carvalho, all players that want to be much, much better than last season for their given clubs. Just prove that they're much better, especially Xavi Simons. So I'm just positive with the decision-making from the top. And I really believe that even the signings that they've gotten, with Openda too, sorry, I can't forget Openda, will be a very big plus. So, yeah, I'll go with Leipzig at second, third.
Let's just say, I agree with a lot of what you say, but I think there's a lot of variability there because I'm not incredibly excited about that defense. I am not at all. Looking at Simakan, Orban, and Lukeba as your center backs heading into a very, very busy full season, I just don't inspire. It doesn't inspire confidence. So basically, if they make a solid, another, say, splash the cash center back signing, I should probably think of who I'm suggesting before I even suggest this. Then I think that Leipzig could maybe get up there second or third. But Bitshiabu, it's too early for him to come in and be that, really good. He's a big boy. He's 18 years old and he's got a high ceiling.
I think it's Orban and Simakan, and David Rom at left back. He's great. He's a great player. So, let's see.
Taking some time.
But our first place we have in common. Bayern Munich
we do.
Getting the first place once again. Harry Kane finally winning a trophy. We believe it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it is going to
Oh, my
happen.
days.
I maintain this, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, but seeing him in a Bayern shirt is just beyond bizarre. But look, he looked at home. Even if he doesn't understand the language, he certainly looked absolutely at home in that, I think it was 5-0 drubbing of Werder
4-0.
Bremen.
4-0. I watched that game.
4-0. 4-0.
Really good.
Okay. Yeah, and he's already opened his account. But, as a little bit of a side note there, I got to mention Thomas Mueller. Even though this has nothing to do with predictions, he is once again setting records, and it's amazing. He becomes the first player in Bayern history to play 16 Bundesliga seasons for Bayern Munich, to put that shirt on. So even though he is definitely kind of, his career is starting to taper off, and he's starting to become more of like this professor emeritus for Bayern Munich, it's amazing to see that he is still being celebrated as he should be, a legend.
16
So
seasons. That's mad. That's mad.
It is. It is. And I gotta say, I know we've said this previously, but Harry Kane is the exact perfect striker that they need to continue their long reign at the top.
And to play with Alphonso Davies. I just wanted to say that because Alphonso
Two
Davies.
2 assists in that game.
I watched that game, and Alphonso Davies in that game was electric. He seemed a lot more the Alphonso Davies that Bayern needed in the past few seasons. So I'm going to say this. This is going to be Alphonso Davies' best season with a Bayern Munich shirt coming up. These 2 assists, he's looking electric. And Harry Kane with him, I've got high expectations. Come on, Musiala too. Come on.
Okay. Well, there you go. So 4th place for me in the Bundesliga is going to be Borussia Dortmund. 3rd place is going to be RB Leipzig. 2nd place is going to be Bayer Leverkusen, and 1st place will be Bayern Munich. And I'm here if anyone wants to prove me wrong.
Xabi Alonso ball. Xabi Alonso ball right there.
I honestly believe that they could catch lightning. I think he could.
Where's Union Berlin?
Some of these.
Where's Union Berlin?
I was just about to bring them up. Watching that Union Berlin game, they looked absolutely great. They have a 32-year-old striker that is not Geraldo Becker. It's not Jordan Sabachu. It was Kevin Behrens, of all people. But him with David Datra Fofana stretching the defense for him was really, really interesting. So Chelsea fans, you got to be watching Union Berlin this year, because I do believe, based on the strength of their defense, they have a good goalkeeper. Based on the strength of their defense, I think they could once again outperform their XG as they did last year, and they could sneak in there. That's for sure.
And Wolfsburg.
So Union Berlin is my wild card.
And
right
Wolfsburg. You never know what can happen. Come on, Tiago Tomás, surprise the world.
Yeah.
But tell us down below.
Come on, Kevin.
Your top 4. Kevin Perez too. Come on.
I love it. Love
Put
him.
down below your predictions, and don't forget to like this video.